What is up, guys? Back to another winter update, palm garden update to be specific. And it is January 28th, 2024, and it is almost end of January already. Man, time is going by fast. Here we got the palms, and this is how they look after the winter days have passed. The temperatures have gone up a bit, so it hasn't been as cold. So the damage has been done for now. There might be another cold days, a couple cold days that might come back. I'm not sure, but the ones that were here already passed by. So these are the results for the palm garden, and as you can see, it looks kind of spotless, except for this one palm right here, and we'll get to that shortly. But we're gonna review every palm and see how they're doing. So here we got the Sable Minor, also known as the Dwarf Palmetto, and this thing, as you can tell, it's flawless. Really nice. They literally live around here, so it makes sense why they're doing good. Literally got this one off of eBay for like 65 bucks, I believe. It was such a good deal. And it's flawless. It's nothing, like not even, no signs of cold damage at all, which is crazy for a palm tree. So that is awesome. Right next to it, we got a Trachycarpus fortunei, also known as a Windmill Palm, and this thing, as you can tell, is also spotless. Maybe it has a little yellowing, but that was there before. It's crazy how this palm is just non-damaged. Like, did not care about the cold at all. Like at all. These need no protection at all anyways. That's why I didn't really protect them, because some of you guys were asking why I didn't protect the palms before the winter. But these don't really need protection because I've had them, or at least majority this side of the palm garden. These are actually, yeah, some of these too, but majority of these palms I already had. These are like the new ones right here. But yeah, but they normally don't need protection, so that's the thing. That's a good thing. So yeah, that's why I didn't put protection. And there we go. It's still looking healthy and everything. Like, it did not care about the cold at all, which is amazing. We love to see it. Here, guys, we got the European fan palm, also known as the scientific name, if I can remember. I forgot, actually. Oh my gosh, no way. Well, you guys know the scientific name of the European fan palm. I forgot. Mediterranean fan palm, I believe is what it's called. But yeah, as you can tell, this thing is spotless as well. Did not care about the cold at all. And I've seen some occasions where they brown out and then they come back after, but I assume the cold has to be really harsh for that to happen, because the cold's here in Houston are not going to do anything to this guy. So this guy is spotless and is looking good as new. Like, nothing, like no cold was ever there. Very cold hardy. As you can tell, these palms are very cold hardy. That's why I chose them, because they love the heat, but then when the cold comes, they are spotless and they just won't die. Like, they will, like, there could be, it was literally snowed, or not really snowed, but ice kind of fell on these palm trees, and the fronds are not frost damaged or anything. I know a lot of other ones would have been, like that one over here, the Mexican fan palm, would have been frost damaged if that happened, but we covered it with a bag and it's doing perfectly fine, so that's good. All we needed is a bag for simple protection on some palms, or like some trash bag, and it actually works. So anyways, here we got Sable Palm, also known as the Cycas revolta. This thing, as you can tell, is definitely looking kind of bad, which kind of sucks, because, like, I mean, it did not brown out last year in the winter, so I'm kind of surprised it did this time, because when it was in that area last year, it did not brown out at all, but this time it did. So I mean, it's kind of normal, because I'm pretty sure they're meant to brown out during the winter, but they normally come back each time. This year, I'm gonna see if it comes back during summer. If it doesn't, I might just get rid of it and replace it for one of these other species of palms that don't brown out a lot or at all for the winter, because I had a Cycas revolta, I browned out, and then it just never came back. So I assumed it was dead. It could have came back, but I was not going to wait a whole, and it was already the end of summer and that thing as it came back, so there's no point, it's not going to get anywhere in growth. So I just decided to get rid of it, and then yeah, just kind of have an empty spot there, but it doesn't matter. The Sable Palm is taking over that anyway. But yeah, it's browning out, very brittle leaves. Like, you can, oh, never mind, actually it's stiff, but most of it is browned out, but some of it's still green, as you can see. I'm pretty sure it's still alive, and it's going to do just fine. Hopefully this one can push out growth a lot faster than the other one did, because if it doesn't, then I don't want like, you know, like a browned out Sable Palm just sitting there for like the whole summer, you know. So but this thing, I believe it should be fine because these are pretty cold hardy as well. We also have the 3 Sable Palms in front of our house, and they are much bigger sizes, and they don't brown out like at all. Like maybe a little, but not like at all compared to these little ones. So yeah, I guess bigger is better in that case. Anyways, here we got a Dwarf Palmetto. This thing looks awesome, really nice, as you can tell. Oh, sorry. All right, really nice. Same species as this one, Sable Minor. They're both the same species. As you can tell, they do look a little different from one another. This one, the fronds are more like spread out and outwards, or they're more like spread out, kind of like this. And then this one's more like closed in and more bushy like. So yeah, it's kind of cool how there's different, like they look different, but they're the exact same species. And this one's also doing really well. No frost damage at all. You got a middle spear pushing out and a middle frond pushing out. 2 fronds pushing out at once, which is really nice. These palms do grow during winter, but they grow really slow. Like they mostly just kind of like, I'm not sure, well, I'm not fully sure, but I believe they kind of just like sit there and kind of just like, maybe they stop growing for like a bit, or like they slow down their growing, but they grow a little bit, but not as fast as they usually do, like during summer or spring, you know. Here we got another Trachycarpus fortunei, also known as a Windmill Palm, another one of these. But as you can tell, this one looks a lot bigger and greener than this one does. This one looks a little more, this one looks smaller and bushier compared to this one. As you can tell, yeah, they could be the same species, but they will definitely look different. There's a lot of plants that are just like that. They're the same species, but they can just end up looking different, which is kind of cool. I think it's kind of cool. Another crazy fact about these two guys is that I bought this one for $200 in Moon Valley, which is crazy. $200 for a palm is really expensive. I believe it's like around there, 200. And then this one was $60 from Houston Garden Center. So I'm definitely, and I got this with a discount. This one should have been $120, but I got it with a discount for $60. And yeah, that's crazy steal. Like, I just kind of got ripped off at that point for that palm. But I mean, it's still a really good palm, so I would say it's still worth it. But yeah, they're both doing really well. Have not gotten affected by the cold. If I go here, very bushy palm. Like this one's very bushy. You can tell it's pushing out a new spear and everything. Really nice. A new frond and everything. So here we got, I already went over that. And here we got the best palm of the garden, in my opinion, of course. You guys have all of y'all's opinions. But if for me, this one does it. This one is huge and just amazing. Just the fact that it's grown so much. The one and only Sable Palm. These are very hard to find at this small size, and the fact that I even got one just amazes me at that point. All the fronds are pushing out, the spears, everything is amazing on this palm. So it's really, 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 really nice. And I really like the palm. I've been having it for like a year now, a year or two, like a year and a half maybe, and it's done a lot of growth. It was struggling, like in that pot, we used to have it in a pot over there. It was struggling to grow, and as soon as we planted that thing, it bursted out with growth. It needed to get planted, and as soon as we planted it, it loved the transplant shock. Normally these guys are picky about their transplant shocks, or where they get transplanted, but this guy was not, like, at all, which was surprising. But this guy just did not care at all. It did not stop growing for a couple days because of transplant shock. It just immediately started growing when we planted it, which is crazy, but also a good thing. You know, I'm happy about that. And yeah, as you can tell, it's done a lot of growth. You guys can go back to my older videos and you can see that it's done a lot of growth. All of these have. And yeah, it looks really nice. The best palm in the garden, the Sable Palm. So yeah, that's like the general review of this. Oh, and here, before I forget, here we got an aloe vera plant, and it kind of just, try to protect it with a bag a bit. The main part is still alive, but the rest is kind of flopped and cold damage. So I mean, I'm pretty sure it'll survive though. It's not really a palm, but I just decided to mention it anyway. And I always include this palm even though it's by itself. Another Windmill Palm. I have a lot of Windmill Palms because they are very trustable and cold hardy. And as you can tell, this one has a little more damage. I wouldn't say this is frost damage though. I don't think this is. Yeah, it's been here. This damage has been here. Probably some rot or something. I still decided to keep the frond because it makes the palm look nicer, even though should probably take it off at some point. Probably when it grows out, like a couple more fronds, I'll definitely cut that one off since it has a lot of frost. Or not frost damage, just damage in general. But yeah, it looks really nice. Pushing out, I believe this one's pushing out one whole frond, a spear. Like, I thought this one was pushing out like 2 spears. It was crazy. Oh yeah, I mean this probably, oh yeah, it's pushing out this fawn right here, another fawn, and then 1 spear. So pushing out 3 at once, which is crazy for this thing. It's growing really well. And yeah, that's really it for the Palm Garden update. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. And yeah, a lot of not much happened, but just I kind of just took my time to explain and just go over a brief explanation over the palm trees. Yeah, and they're doing overall they're doing pretty good. So see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.